Kevin, listen, I'm not going to knock anybody in my industry. I heard some people talking last night about, the boycott. Well, let's forget, the boycott wasn't in that quarter. The boycott is in this quarter. It would have zero effect on the quarter that we just saw. So I'll just jump ahead. Are you worried that could play havoc with this quarter?
Well, the answer is not really. We did get the disclosure around what the first few weeks of July have looked like. That's plus 10% year on year. The full 2Q, which to your point was a massive blowout, also plus 10%. So despite, probably the worst macro backdrop in several decades, despite comments around the brand boycott and what many people had feared was the largest advertisers in the world perhaps leaving the platform for a period, we're still seeing double-digit growth. And I mean, really the core call we have this morning is, if the question heading into the quarter and into the pandemic was the durability of social advertising in a challenged or slower growth environment, clearly we're in that right now, what would that look like? And Facebook delivered an absolutely resounding confirmation that yes, it is durable. Yes, it is defensible in a way that most investors, I think, underappreciated until today and last night.
Yeah, and even this boycott, which is this quarter, Kevin, I understand companies, they'll come out and saying, we're pulling our ads from Facebook, but that doesn't mean that they're stopping using the back-end advertising machinery that Facebook provides so well, does it? They're two different businesses for Facebook, and that sort of back-end mechanism, from what I understand, is still ripping.
Well, I think the comment around being two separate businesses might be a little bit off, but at the same time, what is clear is Facebook moves product for marketers, and if you're a marketer who's grown its business on Facebook, you're probably not in a position to say, I'm going to stop my Facebook spend. I not to be too cynical about it, but I think for many of the brands that did come out with the boycott, some of that is PR for them. There's been enormous media coverage of the companies that have announced a boycott. So some of that is free media to them. And, I think there's probably some PR strategy in what we're seeing in the boycott as well.
Oh, a little dark way to look at that. Very quickly there. And they added 4,300 employees in the quarter, Kevin, from what I understand, their biggest quarterly hiring spree ever. That does not say to me a company that is afraid of the future.
Absolutely not. I mean, in terms of the key growth initiatives, whether that be in sort of merging or converging with e-commerce platforms by way of the Facebook Shops product, by way of the things we're hearing about with the AR and VR development, all of the technical infrastructure that supports the entire business, that growth remains, very much on track. Really no deceleration from when we started the year, and they do continue to invest for the future, like you said.